Look right now, this is out of our DHR health cam right now, and you can see how much fog is actually built up. This is out towards Edinburgh, and you're going to notice, well, that's a sign. That's, that's one of the bright signs out there. But overall, lots of fog really building up. We still have about a 2-mile visibility out there, so not as dense as what we've seen before, but obviously still fog out there. So just be careful if you're going to be driving around this morning. Visibility tracker takes us to about 2 miles of visibility in Westico, McAllen, and Edinburgh. A little bit worse when you get a bit farther up north. 3-mile visibility out towards Harlingen, and in Brownsville around a 5-mile visibility out there. So it is something you need to be careful for. Temperatures right now take us back down into the mid-60s. 66 degrees out towards Rio Grande City, 66 in McAllen, 65 in Westico, 64 in Harlingen. And for those out towards Brownsville, around 64 degrees. It should stay within the 60s. That front just not making its way on through. We've been watching it, but as it's gotten closer and closer to the valley, it started slowing down more and more. Because of that, that front hasn't arrived. Expecting it to arrive sometime before noon, and with that, our temperature trend will change. Right now, you'll notice winds are starting to shift just a bit as that front is getting closer, but just not where we want it to be right now. Winds still coming in anywhere between 5 to 10 miles per hour, with 5 miles per hour being out towards Brownsville and Westico, and everyone else at around 7 miles per hour for this morning. So there it is. There's the front. You see, it's just north of the valley, passing through Laredo and Corpus Christi right now. Like I said, we're just waiting for that front to arrive. And when it does, our temperatures will start to drop. Unfortunately, it looks like that we're going to stay within the 60s, moving into the 70s, and then dropping back down again. We were hoping not to move too far into the 70-degree range, but, you know, 70s is better than close to 90 degrees that we saw yesterday, so we'll take that for today. High-pressure system a bit farther up towards the north, though. Hourly forecast, as I mentioned before, look at this. Fog should start dissipating by the time the sun comes up, but we're going to still have some cloud coverage out there, and that should stay with us until about 1 p.m. Notice we'll be about 72 degrees and then drop back down, and that's where we'll start seeing that drop down to about 66 degrees by about 4 p.m., and then it's too late at that point. But there goes the front. We'll see it pass through. A few showers are possible, mostly out towards the coastal counties itself. And then we have another front that pushes through Saturday into Sunday. That's not going to do too much. It's a very weak front. It's just going to sideswipe us. But we'll see another front coming through later on in the week, leading into Wednesday and Thursday. And in fact, that's where I want to go next. I want to talk about that, because notice that while this weekend is going to be nice with our lows down in the 50s and then we warm up again in the 60s, look at that. Thursday, 48 degrees. Ignore this Friday. This one's wrong, and I for some reason couldn't update that. But Thursday, 48 degrees. I anticipate for Friday to be even worse than that, dropping down into the 30s as a possibility. We do have a cold blast just in time for Valentine's Day. So let's move ahead. We see the little clock in the day up there. Frigid air starts moving in at the beginning of the week, staying a bit farther north while we're going to be down into the 80s. Notice by the time you reach Wednesday into Thursday, we have a front that pushes through Wednesday into Thursday. And that front will drop down our temperatures just a bit, but it's Thursday into Friday when we see another push. Look at this light blue as that starts to push through. That's where you're going to see the change. So just be ready for that as we have that next blast of cold air. 7-day forecast does show that our temperatures take us down to about 76 degrees over the next few days, 83 degrees by Monday, and by the end of next week, Brenda, Sydney, I hope you have those Ugg boots.
You know us. You know us too well.
Yeah, we keep them on standby.